day 2 in Kosovo, and this morning we are driving an hour and a half from Prizren over to Peja, which is the 4th most populous city in all of Kosovo. It's located in the western part of Kosovo and on the eastern side of the Accursed Mountains. It is a great base for exploring some of the national parks such as Pjeshket and Nemuna, probably saying it wrong, but it's a huge national park where the Rugova Valley is located, which is somewhere we're going to go tomorrow, which is the entire reason why we're coming out to the western part of Kosovo. And we have 2 nights there. So today the plan is to just drive into Peja, walk around the city, check out the bazaar and the old town, have some delicious food, and then tomorrow we're going to go out and do a little hike, I hope. That's the plan. It's a little bit of a longer hike. But it's out in the mountains in the national park near the Rugova Valley, and then we're going to drive along the Rugova Valley and check out some of the viewpoints before we head the next day to the capital of Pristina. So, really excited. It's very hazy today, like a lot of pollution, I think. Kind of yucky out, but the weather's going to be perfect for walking around. It's going to be like a high of 65 degrees Fahrenheit, so really excited to get there and see what else Kosovo has to offer. Today we're driving on the highway instead of the mountains and the woods, which is kind of sad. I was hoping it would be the beautiful drive from yesterday all over again. But we do see some towns driving by, so we can kind of see what the rest of Kosovo looks like besides the mountains and forests. They have an American retail park with a Burger King, and we saw a KFC back a little bit too. All right, we have arrived in Peja. Pretty chaotic. It's definitely a difficult city to find parking. It's very crowded, very narrow streets, and the Airbnb we picked was probably the cheapest one. I think it was the cheapest one in this area, and there is no dedicated parking, so we knew it was going to be street parking, but there's absolutely nothing on that street, and it turned out to be a dead end. So turning around was a struggle in itself. So it's been a pretty rough, probably half hour at this point, but we drove around for a little bit, and the thing is we don't know the rules here, so even though people are parking up on the sidewalk and in places that normally you wouldn't think is parking, we're not sure if it's actually allowed or if we'll get a ticket, so we chose not to park up on the sidewalk. So we drove around the corner, and luckily we saw a sign that said parking, and it's in this little like back alley area, and there were 2 people standing there, and we tried to ask them how much, and they don't speak any English, which is okay, so we were trying to translate on our phone, and here they speak either Albanian or Serbian, which are the 2 national languages, I guess. So we tried Albanian first, and they didn't know what we were saying, so then we tried Serbian. Luckily they understood Serbian, so I think they're saying it's €50 for the day. So we were trying to ask them if it was for the hour or for the day, and they said yes when we typed out like for the day. So we're staying here 2 days, so if that's true, that's a really good deal. €3 for 2 days of parking, and it looks like pretty secure. It's off the street, it's in its own little parking lot. It's not very big, but a little bit safer than parking on the street, and it's just around the corner, maybe like a 4 or 5 minute walk from the Airbnb. So Ryan's out there talking to them right now, trying to get some confirmation that that's true, and to pay them and to make sure everything's all set so that we can go and walk around the city and get some lunch, because now at this point it's lunchtime. Look at Sissy. She got her hot chocolate. Buddy has a little cake. around Peja. It's really beautiful, but it's very small, so there's not much to do. We sat at a little cafe, got the kids a little treat. We had some cappuccino that was really good, and it was so strange. A man walked up to us and showed us a picture of us as a family that we have on social media, and he goes, "Is this you?" And we're like, "Oh my God, yeah, like it is." It turns out he was our host for our Airbnb that we had not met yet. And it turns out he was actually the manager of the cafe that we stopped at. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so crazy." He's like, "Yeah, it's a small little town." So he recognized us sitting there in the cafe from the profile picture on Airbnb. So that was really cool. He was super nice. And then there's actually a playground right in the center of that square, and there's cafes on either side. So the kids got to play with some local kids for a little while. They had a really great time with that. And then walked around the square. There's a little clock. There's a bridge to the other side where there's a I Love Peja sign, and some really nice woman picked Isla up and put her on the top because all the other kids were sitting up there. It was really cute. And then we walked to a kebab tore, which is a grill house, and we had some kebab. We had a really nice lunch, and then we walked along the bazaar street, looked at all the shops. It's a little bit crowded, a little bit busy, and that's pretty much it for Peja. So we came over, we checked into the Airbnb, and it's a super nice Airbnb. So for the fact of the matter that it was the cheapest Airbnb in this entire town, it's only like $30 a night, maybe a little bit less than that. It is huge. And it's actually super nice. Like, they were super kind hosts and everything. So we actually have 2 separate bedrooms instead of having a bedroom and a pull-out couch, which is what we've had most of the time. So we walk in, double bed in here, and then we have a bathroom. And this is the very first tub that we've had in the Balkans. And Isla is already really excited to take a bath. The kids have been taking showers, and they're not the biggest fans. They really like to have a tub, so they're gonna be really happy about that. We even have a scale if either one of us wants to figure out how much we weigh, which we don't. We've been eating a lot of kebabs. And then we have a second bedroom, 2 twin beds. That'll be perfect for the kids. And this is probably the biggest living room that we've ever had in the Balkans. TV, 3 places to sit. In the kitchen, it's really nice. It's a pretty big kitchen. Do we have a toaster though? It's been the running joke with me and Ryan that we have never seen a toaster in the Balkans. So either
there was one.
There was one where? Exactly, it didn't happen. It's either nothing or it's a panini press. So we have eggs on toast every morning, so whether we have a toaster or not, I mean, it really makes a difference. So sometimes we've had to toast a piece of bread in a pan, which is not fun.
It's a piece of bread in the pan here.
Piece of bread in the pan here, great. So there's the downside, but oven, a dishwasher. Ooh, we have a dishwasher. Too bad we're only here for 2 nights. This place is nice. But so much space for the kids to run around and everything. And another door that goes back out to the hallway. So definitely a nice place. Peja is super beautiful. The people have been so kind, so nice. A lot of people don't speak any English, we've noticed. So just be prepared with your Google Translate if you come here. It's been pretty handy today. But everyone is very nice, regardless of whether they understand what you're saying or not. And we're gonna get settled in here. We're gonna bring our luggage in, and I think that's gonna be the day. Today was a relatively short one, and we're gonna get prepared for tomorrow. We're gonna be out early so that we can go on a hike, and then we can explore the Rugova Valley. So pretty excited about that, and we'll see you tomorrow, still in Kosovo.